Hey, first starting Tanner, obviously it was scary to see him come out of the game. How is he doing?
Well, emotionally, not well, obviously. So the early, so he just felt something in his forearm as far as like a sting sensation. So we're going to get an MRI tomorrow, and we'll know more after that. So obviously, anytime a pitcher's got to come out of the game, then it's concerning. And so I think for us, we're just going to kind of sit back and wait for the results to kind of, further assess.
Is it, obviously that's news you don't want to hear, but is it challenging then when you do pick up a win after what this last 2 weeks have looked like, and obviously kind of the excitement of that, the positive of Shohei and Dustin and the offense getting back on track?
It is. And, we've lost guys. We're trying to get guys back. And then to lose him for any length of time is obviously a blow. And you win a game, and there's a lot of good things that happen tonight, but it certainly takes a little bit of the joy out of tonight.
Did you say you felt it on one pitch, or was it sort of over the course of the outing?
One pitch. I'm not sure which pitch it was, but he said he felt like a sting. I think it was probably the pitch before I went out there.
Were you guys able to do any manual testing?
There was an X-ray, there was manual testing, and then both those were positive. So that's a good thing.
What do you think of Shohei go place tonight?
I thought obviously the homer was great, and then he punched out a few times after that. I still thought he was fine in the batter's box. Tonight on the pitching side, I just felt that the location, the command wasn't what it was the last few outings. I don't think you can really argue or complain about an 0-1 sweeper. That's the second pitch of the game for the homer. But even after that, it was there was a lot more misfires tonight than there had been.
What do you attribute that to?
What's that?
What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. There was a I'm not sure how long he had in between his last outing, but maybe a little rust. But he calibrated when he needed to and made pitches when he needed to. There were some really good throws in there. So ultimately, he got through 3 innings, made pitches when he needed to, and the stuff was still really good.
You talked a lot about trying to manage well and getting to a spot where it's physically kind of not declining this one season. How much is that like the verification of that, or what that vision was?
It's great. It's great, and I do think that he's we're sitting here in the middle of August or July, and he looks fresh. He's covering a lot of different zones, a lot of different pitches, and I do think that he's all in for whatever we ask of him, and appreciating the fact that when he does get days off, it's of benefit. So I think that having a good, healthy, fresh we're seeing the benefits, yeah.
Is Shohei on track to go 4 next time?
He is on track to go 4 next time. I mean, assuming that he comes in tomorrow and the days after it feels good, but assuming that's the case, then yeah, he'll go 4 innings. And I'm not sure exactly what day we've got him scheduled, but it'll be 4 innings.
What do you think of Ohtani the days after he's pitched? The hitting hasn't been great. Is that something you're monitoring at all as you kind of maybe plans for kind of down the road October, or do you just not even look at that, kind of figuring that it's going to come around at some point?
You know what? I do think that we do have some off days coming up, so they could plan to kind of when he's pitching, but honestly, I don't think that there was thoughts, Dylan, when he was pitching that he wasn't really swinging the bats, and then the day after. So I still think that I just, we're not going to sit him for 2 days when he's pitching the day of and the day after, because him in the batter's box is still certainly a threat. So I don't think that right now we're giving that too much kind of thought right now.
Do you think it's somewhat of a build-up as well, just the endurance to be doing both, that he's also kind of just bringing back to his game as he builds up pitching?
I do think there's some endurance part of it. I also think that there's a conservation of energy while he is pitching, and that just speaks to the days of his pitch days, where the focus is more on pitching, and rightfully so. As far as how he feels after, speaking to the question about the day after, that's probably a build-up thing. So I think that he's pretty good at kind of calibrating on what he needs to do, and I'm sure he'll do that.
What'd you think of May? You said it was a one-off. What's next for him?
He's going to start his next outing, so I'm not sure exactly what day. It's probably going to be 6 days from now, but he'll make the start the next one.
And what did you think?
I thought Dustin certainly gave us the length that we needed, the 4 2/3. I thought I was trying to, get an extra hitter out of him and try to get him through the inning. I thought he was good. Made pitches when he needed to. The command was sort of in and out with the walks there and some deep counts, but I like to compete. I like the way that he bears down when he needs to bear down.
Shohei said you told him he's hitting second. Was it phone call or text message?
It was a text message. It was a text message a few nights ago, and I just wanted to give him a heads up, my thoughts, and he just said whatever is good for the team, and he'll hit ninth if he needs to.
I know you don't want to speculate, but where is your concern level there right now, based on what the early read was?
I don't know. I think that obviously it's most likely an IL. We'll get somebody here, but I think that I'm trying not to go down a spiraling thing with where it could be. So physical, strong. The manual tests were good. So hopefully, it's something that's more of a scare, and then we can kind of put him on ice for a little bit and get him back.
How did you see Mookie today?
Roki. Oh, Mookie's at bats. I like the first inning, the walk. He, found a way to get a double late. He's looking better. I just think that, his confidence, I think, is starting to get a little bit better with the swings I see. It was good to see Freddie, throw out some knocks and smile a little bit. So that was good. I think that he's in a better place. So, and obviously with what Will's been doing. So the lineup is getting there. But there's still some guys that are trying to figure some things out, though.
Did your heart stop on that last ball of the ball there?
It did. It did. And, Correa is a heck of a player, and he put a good swing on it. And we were fortunate that we got some kind of moisture in the air tonight that it just didn't carry out. So, yeah, we dodged one there.
Did you think it was out?
I did.
Try and be ready earlier.
He could, but I don't see us pivoting off the back-to-back. But he could, but I don't see that happening.
ホームラン打たれて、ツーランホームラン打ちましたけども、いいモチベーションになりましたかと、打たれたことに関して。
先制点はもちろん上げたいたくはなかったですけど、1打席目、ムーキーがいい形で出てくれたんで、つなげればいいなという思いで打席に入って、結果的にホームランになったんで、よかったなと思います。
イニング投げている中、何か特別に取り組んでいること、意識していることとかありますかと。
一試合一試合課題は持ってやるようにはしてるので、全体的に見たら今日はあまり良くない出来ではありましたけど、その中でもいい悪いあると思うので、それを次につなげたいなと思ってます。
Ultimately, you guys picked up the win today. Congratulations on this one tonight, Shohei.
Thank you.
Center field, the starting pitcher, it's a monster home run.